Well, hello to Wednesday's stream. We start a little bit differently today with a wonderful view of the my Steam library. Background is I cannot tap out of the game, so let's see how that in the end is then going to work out. We are going to play Gothic II, which was a tough nut to crack, a tough nut to get working. Keep in mind that this game is, so to say, not 100% stable, so there might be some crashes coming up. How that, I need to adjust one more thing. The brightness at least a little bit, so it might crush. Hi Meek, I'm a little bit late, I know, but I'm sorry, I had a phone call. But better late than never, right? Okay, as I said, we are going to start with Gothic II. And hello Huku, I can't speak, I presume, Russian, so don't know what you said. I hope it was hello and have a wonderful evening with this old game. Hello Kadesh, nice that you are here too. I have to say, it was really a pain to get this game working, and I'm honestly a little bit annoyed. You're in for a rough ride. Yes, I'm a little bit annoyed with Good Old Games and Valve that you can buy games that do not start from the which just don't start. It's definitely a little bit annoying that you need to install third-party stuff for that. Very, very annoying. Well, anyways, you are playing Night of the... How do you know, Kadesh? And Hoku, my English is very, very bad as well, by the way. It should be the classic I would say I would still start, or can I adjust something here, Kadesh? Wait a second, let me actually see. Kadesh, I am starting with, you see, Gothic II Gold Edition. Yes? It's just harder and longer. Okay. Okay, there it is, Night of the Raven. Okay, anyways. It's harder and longer, okay. We are just going to hop into the game right now.
A single prisoner altered the fate of hundreds, but he paid a high price for it. sleeper, destroyed the barrier. But while all the other prisoners escaped, he remained behind in the rubble. It was I who dispatched him against the sleeper. Now it is I who brings him back from there. He is weak and has forgotten much. But he is alive. He's back.
There you are again. I never thought the two of us would meet again.
I feel like I spent 3 weeks lying under a load of rocks.
Well, so you did. Only the magic within your armor kept you alive. I had feared I might not be able to rescue you from the debris of the temple, but enough of that. You're here now. There's a new threat that we have to deal with. After the fall of the barrier and the banishment of the sleeper, Beliar's wrath has grown even greater. A mighty artifact, so it is written in the old scriptures, will be brought back to this world when the god of darkness sends his henchmen out to search. This search has long since begun. Beliar's henchmen are
I don't know why it's
desecrating
black.
the oldest shrines of the gods.
I'm sorry, I'm seeing a wonderful video.
The guardians of these holy places have awakened, and their wrath makes the earth tremble. Every powerful magician on this island could sense
I'm so
this
sorry.
wrath.
I really am. I see nice little golems.
And some of them have certainly begun to face the threat. You must become their ally. That's the only way to stop Beliar.
I'm still there. There are probably some settings for the capturing I still need to do. But hopefully that we can do over the time.
At least we have enough time now. I did it. The sleeper
Has been banned. You vanquished him, so much is true. But it's not within our power to stop the war that ensues now. With his final furious scream, the sleeper has set into movement the armies of darkness. It was an order to all evil creatures, a word of power that they were all bound to obey. His last order was, "Come," and they came, all of them, even the dragons.
Dragons?
They are creatures of an ancient power. I can sense their presence, even here. And they have gathered an entire army of lowly servant creatures around them.
Where's this army now?
The army is camped not far from here, in the Valley of Mines near Corinus, and they're getting ready to attack. We do not have much time left.
What can we do?
This time we cannot handle it by ourselves. Only the power of Innos will help us against these dragons. A group of paladins is stationed in the city of Corinus, not far from here. They possess a powerful artifact which could help us to defeat the dragons. They call it the Eye of Innos. You need to get hold of this artifact. Tell the paladins about the threat. You must convince their leader to support us.
And once you have talked to him, you need to find the artifact of Beliar. It is the counterpiece to the Eye of Innos. It must not fall into the hands of evil.
Why would the paladins give me the Eye of Innos?
Because you are the one who is destined to wear it.
How can you claim to know that?
There are a number of reasons. The most important being, you have defeated the sleeper. If you weren't a favorite of the gods, you'd be dead by now.
Let's assume you're right and I'm destined to bear the Eye of Innos. How would the paladins know that's true?
The eye itself chooses the one who may wear it. Once you get hold of it and put it on, the paladins cannot doubt your words any longer.
I have recommendations for some game settings. If I remember correctly, they are not on by default. Yes, shoot them. Shoot them and we'll do it.
What exactly is the Eye of Innos?
It's an amulet. Legend has it that Innos himself was poured part of his power into this amulet. It will restore some of your lost strength and help us defeat the dragons. It also has some other hidden powers. I shall tell you more about that once the amulet is yours.
Yeah, once we're done.
How can I get to the city?
Just follow the path from here through the mountains. The city is large. You cannot miss it, but watch out. The path to town is not without dangers, and you aren't nearly as strong as you once were.
I need weapons.
I can only give you whatever little I have here. Look around in my tower. Anything that looks useful to you, you can have.
I'll be on my way as fast as I can.
Good. And one more thing. Don't tell anyone that you've talked to me. Above all, don't tell any magician. Since I have gone into exile, the Circle of Fire has taken me for dead, and that's a good thing.
Okay, chapter 1. The Menace. Okay, and this is now going to be a fun part. When I tried something out with Gothic, I gotta need to get used to the bloody controls, man. This, especially the camera, which I really do not enjoy that intensively, to be honest. And it's actually good, go to options, that I haven't played the first part, so I don't know who the sleeper is or was or what we did there. Now I'm intrigued what settings are actually useful here. Combat, focus, both. Okay, what exactly object focus does? I hope it makes the controls better. That is what I hope. Okay. It makes things clearer, alright. What is a little bit sad, I know YouTube is always making videos a little bit darker. I actually tried to... Where is it, man? I actually tried to turn on the brightness, but it actually, I don't know whether that's because of the display capture. It does not do anything, but hopefully I'm gonna figure that out. Objects focus lights up objects that you can interact with. Oh, that is very, very important.
What with?
Okay, then I'd say some looting. The worst part is I can't actually tap out. When I tap out, the game crashes. That is actually not that cool. Combat focus both makes the focused enemy light up and also puts a light box around them. Alright, okay. Very often. Alright, so we have a heavy branch. Okay, it does damage. Nice. And I don't know any of them controls except picking items up. So this is for me the worst part. Can we somehow configure the camera? Do you know that, Kadesh? No, the camera is what it is, okay. Draw weapon, space, mouse middle, jump, walk, toggle, quest log. I don't remember any settings for that, okay, too bad. The camera could be the most annoying part. Okay. Ah. Okay, I see. Okay, I get it. Okay, now I know. When you have your weapon drawn or first ready for battle, you cannot pick up items. Okay, good to know. So that gives us experience. Redirectors, they each give 24 XP, alright, okay. Nice that I have some guidance in chat. That is actually very, very good. And what I've seen so far before is that if I'm out in the wilderness, I should do a lot of saving, right? I guess we can die pretty damn quickly. Okay, please turn around. Can we get any higher? You should do a lot of saving anyway. Yep, okay. At least it did for you. Alright, got it. Well, that might have been not very intelligent, because I don't know if we got any sort of buff for that. I don't think praying to the god of darkness is a good idea. I thought if we offer him nothing, that would be a bad idea, and that by offering some of our wonderful life force, we might have gotten something, yeah, might have gotten something cool. Okay, this one we can read too. And I assume we are not able to get in here at the current state. Okay then. Down we go. Oh goodness. I don't like the camera, can I say that? The turning is really, really a pain. We have a torch. Okay, that's makes it a little bit better. Okay. That I can get used to. Okay, somehow I cannot pick up the torch, weirdly enough. Okay, so there are some spells, but turning with the mouse shouldn't be that awful. Maybe you can change the sensitivity. I did already put it up to the maximum, but in these tight corners, I guess when we're on the outside it is no problem, but in these tight hallway we have been, it is a little bit of a pain. Kadesh, one more question. Is it wise? I mean, I guess we don't have a... Do we have some sort of chest where we can put items in? Is it wise to pick everything up? Pick everything up, there's no inventory limit. Okay. Do you want to know how to combat system works, or do you want to figure it out on your own? Maybe you could give me 1 or 2 tips? I guess when you punch, you gotta have a certain rhythm, I assume. Okay, I can only punch when I move forward. That's a little bit weird. You need to keep... And move forward, okay. Ah. That's gonna be weird. Oh god, this is gonna take me a little while to get into. Okay, first things first, we are going to save the game. And second, another small quick look to the controls. Action draw, map, okay, M. Is it just moving forward is not part of the plan? What I'm currently a little bit curious. If I'm pressing M for the map, it is not opening up Kadesh. Is that purpose? Is that on purpose? I hope that's on purpose. But doesn't the controls... I haven't... I have the map not yet. You need to find it or buy it. Okay. Good. Okay, I'll go back to the sheep too. Oh goodness. And gonna pick up the meat. Never know when that is actually going to become handy. Enemy killed, save. Okay, do you know... okay, I can actually look it up in the controls. There's some items. Okay, I'm going to take a look. Let me... Is there some sort of quick save? Without going to... Okay, that's too bad. I'm...
One less monster around.
Okay, he needs no help. Okay, then we are going to talk to him afterwards. I'm gonna listen to you, Kadesh. When you say there are some items. Do you mean in the tower, or did you mean those herbs and everything? Turn right at the waterfall. Okay, right at the... you walking into the water? No, left. Okay, got it. Oh, arrows and a bow, alright. That's actually good to know. A short bow, although I gotta need to get used to the bow fighting. And I just gonna make one smart guess. With all these scrolls, we are then in the end gonna have some magic spells available. Okay, character level. Okay, we have 220 XP. Okay, I get that. And you can try the cave near the goblin you just killed, but that's a little harder, a little bit more dangerous. Well, we could at least take a look inside the cave. Do you mean the cave? And after this, I'm gonna leave you to to it. These with just some hidden things that would have become irrelevant further in the game. Okay. Then one last. Okay, that's why I spot him. Okay, thank you, Kadesh. Thank you for that. did by cave, is it beneath the waterfall? Did you mean that? As a last hint? No. Ah, I see the cave. I am stupid. Stupid little me. Okay, yes, we need a few more hits for this bad boy. I'm sure I'm saving. Save game. And it says 2027. Should be... And I can load it. I guess that took me for a second here because the save games don't have... You wrote nothing, I was afraid. Okay, okay, okay. Then we do it differently. It's better for me. I was afraid there, by the way. Fun fact, I was a little bit confused for a second as well. Okay, 3 enemies. Might be not so good. Eat something. Full HP is always a good idea. Yep. That worked out splendidly. Okay. That came quickly, but I always say it is never a bad start into a game when you don't die. You stink at bow at the beginning, can't be helped, okay. You need to learn from trainers, okay. And let me assume, if I take a look at the character, and I see not only strength, but dexterity, I guess for agility-based bows, a agility-based weapon, right? I don't even know. Turn around, buddy. That's a little bit embarrassing, but I think it is possible if I'm a little bit smarter here. Also, one more tip, keep in mind how many hit HP points you have and how many are missing from you at the moment you eat something. You no need to eat a plus 20 herb if we are missing 5 HP. On the contrary, Kadesh, then let me ask, how do I there's no hardcore mode is on. That doesn't sound good. And I assume I can't turn it off. I mean games were harder back in the day, yes. I assume. Okay. Is there nothing to be embarrassed about? Kadesh, I gotta need, as I said, some guidance. What you said with the hit points. If I go to character, it doesn't show me how much HP. Hit points. Okay, 7 hit points. Okay, now I see. 8 hit points are missing. Okay. This one restores 5. Okay, we save one more time. And somehow the arrow is not coming out. Jump, action, draw weapon, space. No. Oh goodness. This is gonna be one hard trip we are going to take here, that I can guarantee you. How embarrassing at some points. And I'm going to give you more tips along the way until you reach the city, okay? Yes, thank you. And then I'll leave you to it. I remember there are more hidden stuff that would be a shame to remain hidden. Please, Kadesh, yes. I appreciate that. If we actually make it out of this cave today. Oh, buddy, turn around. I think you can just take the right path and avoid this goblin. Click needs to stay pressed for the entire duration of the fight. It is what I don't get in the... Okay, this is the last try for the goblin fight, I promise. Then we take the other way. What I they are turning around so quickly, and even if I press W, it stops. Okay, I lose aggro, alright. And the most, for me, annoying part here is actually the camera. Okay, we are gonna skip those goblins. I think until I've dived into the combat system a little bit more, it right now makes actually no sense to spend the next 2 hours trying to take those buggers down. Would have been a little bit easier if I would actually be able to pull one out. I have another suggestion. I'm actually gonna, I think, leave the cave for now. It is... can still come back here later on, right? Okay, these guys you can pull one at a time. Okay. Why not having another try then? You can avoid the bugs too. Alright. And just going to the left, I assume. And there's some loot, alright. Oh, healing plants I do like. But it's actually interesting to see how more... I don't know if comfortable is... Wait, okay. Go back. How controls have evolved and became way better and behind the tree stump. Okay, how controls actually improved quite heavily. Good lord, Kadesh, what do you remember? I am astonished. I did not like the sound I just heard.
Is that you? Really? Man, am I glad to see you.
Lester, how did you get here?
That was a crazy escape. After the barrier exploded, I wandered around the area for a while in total confusion. Then I spent days fighting my way through these woods until I finally found this valley here. Diego, Milton, and Gorn are still in the Valley of Mines. At least, I think so.
What happened?
After the Sleeper was defeated, the entire Brotherhood lost their minds. Without their master, they were all just empty husks.
And you? What about you?
It was the same for me. I had nightmares and even hallucinations. But once my head was more or less clear again, I ran for it. Once, I thought I saw a huge black shadow pounce on a group of fugitives and burn them all up in a giant cloud of fire. At that moment, I really thought a dragon had come to kill me.
Did you see anything else?
No, I took to my heels and ran.
I'm on my way to Corinus. What do you know about the town?
Corinus? Well, it's a seaport. Nothing special. Why do you ask?
I must go and see the paladins who are said to be in town.
Really? They won't even let you into the town. And certainly not to where the paladins are.
Do you have any suggestions how I could get into town?
I certainly do. I worked for an old alchemist named Constantino some time ago. He has great influence in the city, and he's instructed the guards at the gate to let anyone through who can sell him rare herbs. So it's quite easy, really. You collect a large bunch of the plants that grow here all over the place, and then you pretend you're working for Constantino, and in you go. But don't collect a mix of this and that. The guards aren't all that bright, and they know nothing about alchemy. The bundle needs to look good to them if you want to get through. I think that 10 specimens of the same kind of plant should do the trick.
Thanks for the hint.
How long have you been hiding out in this valley?
I don't know exactly. A week, maybe? But there's one more thing. When I came here in the evening, I took a look up on the mountain, and there were only a few trees there. And when I looked the next morning, that tower was there. I could have sworn it wasn't there before. Since then, I haven't left the valley.
You mean Zardas's tower? I knew he was powerful, but creating a tower just like that...
Zardas the necromancer? He lives in that tower? I don't know if I like that.
Don't worry, he's the one who rescued me from the Sleeper's Temple. He's on our side. You need to tell Zardas about the shadow. It could be important.
You don't think it was my imagination? You mean there really was a...
Dragon, yes.
You're getting into the thick of it again, am I right?
I shouldn't say in the thick of it, not yet.
Well, good. If it's so important, then I'll go see him. But not now. For the moment, I'm going to rest. I'm still exhausted after the escape from the penal colony. I think you've got big plans. I'll see you later at Zardas's.
Okay. Fair enough, Lester.
What do you know about the area?
If you keep going down that way, you'll come to a farm. The city starts a little way beyond that, but be careful. There's not just wolves and rats hanging around here. There's goblins and bandits, too.
Okay, the friend, in case wolves would have attacked you, I would recommend against exploring this valley any further. Okay. I'll accept. Then we found a little bit of loot, and I say we are going back up, and there was another guy fighting against a goblin, right? So my goal then, except Kadesh has another recommendation, is going up and talk to the other dude, which his name I don't know, by the way. Okay, we very few names so far, but I'm gonna have trouble keeping up to them over the course of the game. I should have saved. Cavalon, alright. Okay, that was a neat little adventure. See, here's a dagger too. Although that's fun fact. Let me tell you something. Okay, I'm intrigued. The dagger's doing less damage than the tree branch. You notice the sound of the bugs made when you got close. Yep. Most wild enemies don't attack you right away. Ah, they warn you 3 times. Okay, that's actually... Then they chase. Okay, that's a very, very good information for the wild animals that I would have not noticed, to be honest. So, thank you again. You are very, very, as usual, Kadesh, very, very helpful. And this is more... not enough strength. Okay, yes, there the RPG comes in. When they give up chase, don't talk. Okay, they make sound again. That's how you know you escaped already. Okay, why shouldn't I? Okay, one more hidden area. And I should not fall down, that would be unhealthy. Where? You're going the right way, okay. Quite by accident. So anything else interesting at this? Behind those boxes. Okay, the way goes on. Ah! Oh goodness, you can hardly see. Could you please pick up? Okay, picked up. Okay, oh. I love old games. Okay, thank you. Just in case something happens. I guess... Okay, then you found a... If you open it, you get gold, but... Okay, then I shouldn't have just opened it. Damn it. When an opponent beats the shit out of you, but doesn't kill you, they usually take all your money. Ah! And the bags are a good way to keep some money. Okay. Noted. In case you didn't save and want to continue after you have taken the beating. Okay. Yep, okay. I am processing. I hope that most of that stuff actually I'm able to remember.
Trouble? Damn. I don't know where they're all hiding. You kill one, and shortly afterwards, they're all back again. Wait a moment. I know you. You're the fellow who was constantly baking arrows for me in the Valley of Mines.
I can barely remember.
Oh, come on. back then, in my hut outside the old camp, I taught you how to shoot a bow and how to sneak around. Ring a bell?
Your name is Cavalorn, right?
Ah, I see you haven't forgotten me after all we went through in the cursed colony. Where are you heading?
To the city.
Well, well, to the city, eh? You may run into problems with the guards. They aren't letting just anyone in anymore, since the area here is swarming with bandits. In the past few days, one of those former psionics from the Valley of Mines came by here. He said he constantly goes in and out of Corinus. He went into the valley below the big tower. There must be a way in there somewhere near the waterfall. Maybe you should talk to the fellow.
Interesting armor you're wearing. Don't you belong to the Shadows anymore?
Shadows? They haven't existed since the fall of the barrier. The moment we could finally leave the Valley of Mines, there was no reason for me to stick with them. Now I work for the Water Mages. I belong to the Ring of Water.
What are you doing here?
I'm sitting tight. If it hadn't been for these damned bandits, I wouldn't be here.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
I'm not really allowed to talk about it. All I can do is send you to Vatras. He is the representative of the Water Mages in Corinus. The best thing would be to talk to him. Tell him you've come from me. Maybe he'll take you on as one of us. We urgently need more good people.
Weren't you and your people enemies of the Water Mages back then?
Those crazy old days are over. There isn't any more new camp or old camp. Now that the penal colony no longer exists, everyone is on his own. Most of us former prisoners are still being hunted. The Water Mages were able to get my sentence commuted, and now I can move about freely.
What are the Water Mages doing now?
They're up to something big. It has to do with an unknown region of the island.
An unknown region? Where is it supposed to be?
I can't tell you more. Talk to Vatras in Corinus.
What was that about bandits?
Have you slept through the last few weeks?
Huh?
I'm talking about all the riffraff from the penal colony that are making themselves at home here in the area, plundering and murdering for all they're worth. I guess I'm lucky they didn't kill me. I let down my guard for one moment, and they clubbed me from behind. No idea how I'll get all my stuff back now.
You were robbed by the bandits?
Yes, they beat me down and tossed me to the goblins for lunch. It was damned important stuff. A letter and all my money. I absolutely have to get it back. But without someone to watch my back, I'm not going back there. That cowardly rabble.
Can I help you with the bandits?
Maybe. But as scrawny as you look, you surely haven't held a proper sword in your hand for weeks. Well, I don't have any choice but to take your offer. My time is running out. So, pay attention. Down this path here, you'll find one of those filthy holes in the ground that bandits like to hide in. The fellows there are the same ones who stole my stuff. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll nab the rabble.
I need better equipment.
Those swine haven't left me much. I can give you a wolf knife. Will that do for now?
You call that a knife? But what about healing?
I still have 2 healing potions here. Interested?
Sure, give them here.
Still, I say I shouldn't do that right now. I should rather do it later on. One more tip, pulling out the bow helps you see enemies from far away. In case they are hidden in the bushes or something, their names appear above their heads. Okay. I'll try to remember. Okay. The wolf knife does 30 damage, the branch does 10, so that should be a little bit helpful, right? I should do it right now? With just a wolf knife? Okay. I'll take that tip. But first of all, I'm gonna do a quick break. Save. I'm gonna be back in any second and then we'll do it. Kadesh, you know how clumsy I am, especially at the beginning of games. Do you really recommend doing that right now? Because I had the impression that it is going to be not that easy, but if you say so, then we'll do it.
Let's mix it up with those guys.
Sure thing. Just keep my back clear, okay? Now they're in for a nasty surprise.
Hopefully Karen can carry you, okay.
You deserve that, lowlife.
Okay, he carries me.
You poor sucker. You don't even have any gold on you. I think I'd better take this weapon.
I wanted to loot you, wonderful person. Okay, looting we can do later.
Shouldn't have come here.
He would be helping out if he wouldn't be stuck. That was that was a little bit of bad luck that he got stuck there and was not doing the damage. But I gotta say, what I didn't do, shame on me. I should have saved once we have entered. This is what confuses me, Kadesh.
Let's mix it up.
I holding it pressed and I'm pressing it then again because I think the animation is over and he doesn't do anything.
You deserve that, lowlife. Watch it. One more time and I'll slug you one.
Okay, and we can't really turn the... Oh, the light looked amazing.
You deserve that, lowlife.
So, that's done. Ha! They shouldn't have messed with me. Then I can finally fulfill my mission. I've lost too much time already.
What sort of mission?
Ah, yeah. First I have to get into the city, and then later. I don't know how I'm going to get all that done in time.
What about me?
Why not? You could take the letter into the city. Then I'll have a bit more time to take care of my equipment. One of the bandits must have the letter in his pocket. Take it to Vatras, the water mage in the city. You'll find him in the Temple of Adenos. He preaches there all day. Tell him that I wasn't able to get it done. And if he asks where I am, just tell him I'm already on my way to the meeting point. Okay? Oh yeah, one more thing. First buy some decent clothes from the farmers. Otherwise, you may be taken for a bandit. Here's a couple of coins.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. You know that. Man, they really took a lot out of you. You can't remember anything at all, can you?
I want to learn your abilities.
Sure. What do you want to know?
I would say bow, right? What is LP? This is gold, right? Seems to be not that. Seems to be not that. One is more. What? I'm a little bit sorry. My mind today is not really working good. One-handed weapon is more important, I think. Okay, then I go with the +5.
Come back when you have more experience.
Learning points. Ah.
Come back when you have more experience.
Sadly enough, then we can't do anything. Okay, learning points. So that is how it was called in the good old days. Learning points. Okay, we get the learning points once we kill a few more enemies.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Okay, we can sleep. Ah, okay. Thank you for the reminder. I didn't know that you can click there again. Thank you, Kadesh. And there we have a key and a message. Okay, you are a very good help, Kadesh. Okay, I just pressed the wrong button because I tried to figure out how I can actually transfer the complete stash of... Ah, okay, I can use control. Okay, that's a little bit faster, okay. So this one does 15, this one does 15 damage too, so that's not an improvement. Damage 25, strength 10, no improvement. And it seems like weapon speed has actually plays no role here. Okay, whatever we hold and click is fast as well. Okay, good. So I guess the dark mushrooms we will hopefully find a use for later on. The one outside, yep. Okay, you eat them for 5 HP. That is fair enough for me then. The same thing as in Kingdom Come Deliverance. I am very, very greedy at certain points. And Kadesh, fun fact, in Kingdom Come Deliverance, I actually found good use for the groschen I made. There's a DLC where you build a city, and for that you need a lot of coins. So in the end, that coin I collected there was very, very useful. You will rebuild Preblevitz, the bandit city, which was quite nice. Okay, dear Vatras, we have a dance to the portal. You were correct. It indeed appears that they were believers in Adenos. I asked you to verify this once again with the help of my notes. We have not spotted any of those curious stone beings for days. Nevertheless, the earth continues to quake for no apparent reason. I suspect that our studies will soon bring us more enlightenment. The ornament which we found has a far more important significance than we first thought. It seems to be a crucial key artifact. Alas, it is not complete. We must study it further. Dispatch one of your children from the ring of water to bring it back to us. If possible, do not send Cavaron. I have assigned him to deliver the letter to you. I think that is enough for him to do. I hope we are doing the right thing. Okay. I played that DLC from the ashes. Okay. I'm gonna get torches from the tower. Yes, I did. I shouldn't have done that. I did open the sealed message. I shouldn't have done that, right? Oh, goodness. Was that a big mistake? I did open... I just read it out, Kadesh. Okay, then it was no mistake. Torch, yes. The torch out of the tower I have not yet collected, I think. There were 2 torches which I couldn't pick up. What I wanna now return to. It's not that big of a deal. The mage will just be a little upset. Or the sissy. What the f... I definitely need to figure out. Say, Kadesh, you played this game at a later stage too. Did you have problems tabbing out of the game? When I tap out of the game, it just crashes and I can sleep. And I need to restart my computer because I can't do anything else anymore. Do you know if there is maybe a fix for that? Then I could adjust the brightness of the recording software. That would be very, very amazing. Okay, alt tabbing is a no-no. Okay, I just see that the picture is quite dark. The gamma is not... I'll hopefully find a fix until Friday. Not for the tabbing, but for the gamma. Okay. Let's sleep until the next morning. You slept well and feel rested. Oh. That is nice. It's fine as it is, okay. If you say so, I believe you. it's, for me at least, if you sleeping also replenishes your HP. That I thought. I feel a little bit naked, to be honest, to not be able to tap out, to be honest. Okay, there. Gold. I like. Am I right? When we level up, we don't only get learning points. When we level up, we not only get learning points, we probably gonna distribute points to strength and agility. In the first try, I would say I would go after strength. But is it wise to go after the bow ability too? If that is actually the way it works? You get learning points and HP only. Okay. And strength and agility, how do you increase that? Just by fighting? The rest you need to learn from trainers with the learning points. Okay, then this is how it works, which is fine for me. There are some sort of mosquitoes, which I will definitely engage. Oh boy. The wolf knife is really nice. Yup. To be honest, I am quite surprised. I didn't expect you to survive. It was sharp. But sometimes you just need a little bit of luck. I'm surprised that we were given... I could have technically slept too. That we were given such a, so to say, powerful item. Okay, we got we got 10 learning points. I know that is time, but we are now going back to the goblin and actually spend some learning points on one-handed combat. Wouldn't that be too bad? It's he's not that far away. And otherwise I would have overseen the healing herbs. Okay, then I thought per level up we receive 1 learning point, but 10 on the other hand is quite a different number. On the other hand, I could have slept to regen. That might have been a little bit better than eating, but well.
Hey, you!
He's all the time eating,
I want
right?
to learn your abilities.
Sure.
We still have 5 learning points. I wonder if I should invest them in bow or completely go for one-handed weapons. And if the sneak ability actually will help us out here. Bow is more secondary.
That's better. You've forgotten a lot since then.
And that... okay. One-handed, we are still a rookie. And at 23%. Got it. You need to sort much more frequently. Okay, that's good information. You have 20%, 3 from the wolf knife. Could you tell me where... Okay, it's the one-handed talent bonus. Okay. Understood. Understood. I was confused where the numbers were coming from. Okay. Wasn't there something said about a farm? I would like to kill the sheep.
Hey, stranger. I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago. We would have taken you for an escaped convict. And we made short work of those. You look completely done in. What do you want here?
I was attacked by bandits in the mountains.
Those filthy rabble. They were probably the same bastards who took one of our sheep last night. You had terrific luck. Most people don't get away alive.
Those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
I'm on my way to town.
The way you look, you'll have to bribe the guards to get in. And you have to know what they want to hear.
And that would be?
Well, for example, that you're from Lobart's farm and want to go to the smith in the city. But that won't do you any good. You don't look like a farmer.
I see. I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, Lobart will sell you something. Otherwise, go to him and ask him if he has work for you.
Where can I find Lobart?
Well, on the farm, of course. The farm belongs to him. And don't try messing with him. He's thrashed a lot of tramps and thrown them off his farm.
Okay, for 1 second I thought why ever he was
One less monster
attacking
around.
us. Okay, I guess all the raw meat we have found, we probably can cook at one point, hopefully.
Why are you hanging around on my land? Whose side are you on? The rebelling farmers or the king?
That's a hard question. And that's why I go for I don't understand.
I don't understand.
What? Don't mess with me, boy. I want to know where you stand. So who are you for?
We are for the farmers, right? Let's lie.
I'm for the peasants.
Ha! That damned warmonger Onar will drag us all into the grave. What do you think? How long will the Paladins just stand by? After what Onar has done, the whole city is in an uproar.
What's going on here anyway?
Don't you know what's going on? Boy, where are you from? We're on the edge of a civil war. Up till now, all the farmers looked at the tribute to the city as fair taxation. But since the Paladins have come to Corinthus, the city guards visit us more and more often. And little by little, they're taking everything. If it goes on like this, soon we won't have anything left for ourselves. Some farmers are starting to rebel. Onar was the first of them.
Tell me more about this Onar.
Onar is the biggest farmer here in the area. He is broken with the city. They say he's hired mercenaries to keep the city guard off his back. Can't blame him. In any case, no royal soldier dares to set foot on his farm anymore.
Who are those mercenaries that Onar hired?
I don't know much about the guys. Supposedly, a lot of them are former prisoners from the mining colony. Everybody knows what you can expect from them.
What about you? Whose side are you on? Peasants or king?
I'm too close to the city to really have a choice. But I'm glad about that. I wouldn't know how to decide. The king is bleeding us dry, and Onar sets his mercenaries on anyone who won't join him. That's why most of the other farmers are still undecided, but sooner or later they'll have to choose one side or the other.
I'm looking for work.
I can't use another farmhand, but I could offer some work to a day laborer. Well, what I mean is, you can lend a hand in the field. And there are certainly a few other things to do around here. I could pay you with gold, or give you a few decent things to wear. The things are worth a fair bit. I can't give them to you for nothing, but I can sell them to you cheap if you work for me. By the looks of you, I should say, take the clothes. Anyway, the small turnip field next to the barn needs to be harvested.
All right.
Then hurry it up a bit before I change my mind.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
First get the turnips in from the field. Then we'll see.
Okay. In the barn on your right there is some leather sketches with gold in them. Okay, so we start like we did in Kingdom Come. We just steal. Well, and it is not stealing, right? When the game does not display steal. And before we do the farm work, let me actually see whether there's anything else to experience. Okay, I thought we could read the book. That looks nasty. Don't steal from houses. I can't save in the house. Okay. I can't save in the house. Okay, the music changed.
Hey, who invited you? Get out of the house right now. There's no alms to be had here.
You can't save in the chair. Okay. On the other hand, that means we got some clothes. Go back to the lady. What did I do wrong? I shouldn't have stolen. I saved the game, Kadesh. You are making me nervous. Okay, we reverted to stealing. Don't steal. Okay. But the bags of money is fine stealing? What's... Okay, to the barn. What's the difference in stealing the bags of money but opening up the chests? They are not in the house. Alright. Nobody will miss them. Alrighty. You are right with, I guess, with the clothes. In the end, we are... by completing the quest... this one is nastily hidden. I guess by completing the quest we are going to receive them close, and when then they are missing, that probably is not good. Okay, I understand that. Let me actually take one more look. Quest log L or N. Harvest the turnip field. The question is, I gonna need to look up which field that actually is. That's grain. No. It's that's easy. Although I would say a normal farmer, would they mix grain and turnips? At least I wouldn't do that, but well. Okay, I see how the objects are actually being highlighted, which you aim at. That is useful. Good. The more good deeds you do for the farmers, the cheaper the clothes. I'll keep that in mind.
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after all. Take them to my wife in the house and tell her to cook them.
What about my pay?
I can give you 5 gold pieces, or sell you the clothes cheaper. Well, what's it to be?
Make me a better price for the togs.
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
Okay, then we are going to bring them to the wife, and then we are going to ask her and Hilda. That's a nice name.
Hey, you! I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to fatten those guys up. Since you're here anyway, I saw a traveling trader pass by here a few minutes ago. I think he stopped on his way to town. Go to him and see whether he's got a decent frying pan for me.
Give me the gold, and I'll go see the merchant for you.
Are you saying I can trust you? Just don't spend the money on booze, do you hear?
Booze. Okay, we then will try to find a merchant. And there are the two boys. Sleazy. Okay, I would first of all actually like, since the good lady entrusted... Is there a spider in the back? There's at least a bug. Since she entrusted us with gold to get a frying pan, I would like to see the merchant.
One less monster around.
Did we get any XP?
Psst. Hey, you, come here.
What is it?
On your way to the city, and really busy, too. Listen, you look like a smart guy to me. I bet you'll go far in life. You're certainly nobody's fool, I could see that right away. Say, you'd probably like to earn a few gold coins, wouldn't you?
Are you hiding from someone?
Of course not. What nonsense. I just enjoy standing among the trees so the wind won't blow right into my face. What about you now? Do you want the job?
Cut the crap. Tell me what you want.
You see, that's exactly what I mean. Nobody gets anywhere with you just by using pretty words. I knew it. I'm dealing with a tough businessman here. You're a businessman and certainly interested in a small addition to your purse, aren't you?
Why not?
You'll have to forgive an ignorant old seaman. I'm a stranger in these parts and I don't really know all the rules. So I had to find out the hard way that traveling strangers aren't welcome in the harbor city. Now I'm standing here with no idea how I'm supposed to get into the city. I have some extremely important business to conduct, and my client won't tolerate a delay, you see. You'll help me find a way to get past the city guard, won't you?
About the city guards.
Yes, got an idea?
I mean, on one hand, I would say this guy's not trustworthy, obviously. But we're just giving wrong tips then.
You could get into the city as a herb gatherer.
What? Do I look like I'd be picking flowers in the woods?
What about bribery?
Well, if that worked for me, I'd have tried it already.
I'll have to think about it first.
All right, but hurry up about it. I've got no time to lose.
Couldn't he just put on the farmer's clothes? I don't know. Speaking of the farmer, the man with the eye patch, a pen for Hilda. That is actually it. Wants me to get a pen from the traveling trader for her. That's a little bit of the thing. Problem, whatever you want to call it. Okay, past these guys we are not going to get now. But I'm interested in experience points. Oh, come on, why do you turn around like that? Okay, they cannot be looted. We can take a quick look at the wolves. Okay, could this be... Ah, okay, this is definitely the not the traitor, but the trader.
Who do we have here? You're on your way to the city. Am I not right?
Maybe.
You look like a fugitive. All
Now I know who you
fugitives are
meant,
headed for the city.
Kadesh.
You could even be a former convict for the mining colony. I don't care where you come from, but I believe I have an interesting offer for you.
What do you have to offer?
The way you look, the guards will never let you into the city. I can help you get into the city. I have here a small piece of paper with the royal seal and the governor's signature. A pass. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as raggedly as you please, and the guards will leave you alone. Interested?
There must be a catch to this.
No, no catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
How will you get into town?
The guards know me. I will simply tell them that I have lost my pass.
What do you want for your pass?
I knew you were the right man. Listen, you will get the pass from me, now.
Just like that?
Just so. But if I meet you in the city, you owe me a favor. Do we have a deal?
Kadesh, since you hate Kantha, I should say no, right? You helped so far. And I am actually, since I definitely have no background at all, I don't know directly. You can just avoid him for the rest of the game. But on the other, okay, on the contrary, but we
Sure, give me that paper.
Here, be careful with that. It is very valuable. One more thing. Don't even think about breaking your word. As a merchant, I have a great deal of influence in the city. And it wouldn't go well for you. Believe me.
Okay. And he can never ask for the favor. Alright.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
First of all, we need the pen. Luckily, it costs 20, what she gave. I'm intrigued. We can buy a saw. Okay, I wish we would have 750 gold. But we get to this point.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
I'm not yet taking anything to increase or to regen the hit points. I hope that we are going to get some food from Hilda. If not, I'm gonna eat something or try to cook the meat we have.
Hey! Here's your frying pan.
Fine. Let's see then whether it's any good.
Can you give me something to eat?
Here, take this. You're a good lad.
Oh, like a grandma. She gave us some stew.
Hey, you! Can you give me something to eat?
You've had your portion for today. Come back later.
I for a spare second thought we might get a little bit more to eat. But that's stupid, the game is not. Alright, so I'd say we've seen a bug there, right? Not a brain bug, but a bug, a normal bug. I say I'll try to, because I feel more confident than before, we'll save again and try to kill it. If not, I'm just gonna do the quest for the boys. I'm confused. The one in the cave, the two ones in the cave, I was instantly killed. Okay, we have a better weapon now. Okay, never mind.
Onar's rebellion will have serious consequences. I prefer to keep out of it.
Hey!
I won't let myself be used by anybody. Neither the king nor Fat Onar. I fight only for myself.
You had no skill in the branch. That makes sense after all.
Wait a minute.
Onar's rebellion will have...
Okay, they won't give us much. Ah, we know he has a name, so he needs to be a son.
How goes the work?
Same as always. Lot to do, not enough money, and with a bit of bad luck, the orcs will come tomorrow and burn down our farm. The king's paladins have occupied the whole city, but I can hardly believe they'll move their butts out here when the orcs attack us.
Can I help you? I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about working in the fields?
What is there to know?
In that case, I think we're fine here. Thank you. If you want to work for Lobart as a day laborer, I can only warn you, he pays people like you really miserable.
He offered to sell me some clean clothes cheap if I helped out on the farm.
Well, I don't have anything for you to do, but you can bring me and the boys something to drink. Fetch me a bottle of wine, and I'll tell Lobart you were a real help to us.
Here's your wine.
I'd better not ask where you got it from, huh? Who cares? Thanks anyway. Lobart will only hear the best about you.
I'm headed for town.
And?
Is there anything interesting you can tell me about the city?
Nope. But Maleth goes to the city from time to time. Maybe he knows something. I mean, something that would interest you.
Is there any interesting news?
I could have sworn I saw an orc over there on the edge of the woods 2 days ago. Since then, I've kept at least one eye open at night.
One eye open at night, okay. Good, so he take everything what you see. So he said something good over us. On the other hand, I am intrigued if the wine thing is actually good, or whether that's actually gonna kick us in the ass.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't, but you can ask my wife.
Okay. We will then ask Lobart again. Is there something interesting? No, Maleth, I'm sorry with the names.
Hey, you!
Ah! I did everything we can do. I had not the hope, but I thought there might be something else so the clothes get cheaper. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Kadish. Thank you, thank you.
I need some sensible...
I can give you clean farmers' work. Can you pay for them then?
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. Vino says you were real help to him. And that's saying something. He doesn't usually hold with day laborers. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. Bastards have caused us a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, we're rid of them. 30 gold pieces. It's not gonna get any cheaper.
Okay, they give us some protection
Give me the
too.
work clothes then.
There's a chest in my house where you'll find clean things. But don't even think about taking anything else without asking.
We don't steal. We don't pickpocket. And we don't open up chests with a lockpick. Okay, farmer's clothing, although we stay true to our values. Before we actually go on, I wanted to take a quick look at the stone thingy up there. They really hold grudges in this game. You risk people never talking to you again if they get upset with you. Alright then. Holy crapness. I am confused. Yes, I know, there was no need taking them down. The first one was taken down with one hit, and the second I hit. Oh, I should have saved that. Bloody hell, I thought I saved. And the second one, and the second one just...
I need...
What?
I could have gone with the other option and ask again if he could sell the clothes a little bit cheaper. Well. It's actually quite funny that the orientation of the contents of the chest is inverted right now. The damage you do is not static. You can also get some kind of critical strike, so you never know for sure how good you are. Ah! Okay, then this is... this is where I was confused. Because oftentimes in games, or in most RPG games, you got a range of damage, right? 10 to 50. I just was imagining, since this says only 30, that you do the constant amount there. Okay, good to know. Critical hits is a thing too, which I did not know. Okay, maybe we were lucky here, but both of them down. 80 experience points. Yes, I kill for everything. The damage you do increase with your strength and weapon skill. Okay. Every mob we kill, every monster, everything we take down, which... Oh, and even that. Nice. Helps us out. In our quest to get stronger. Okay, there is a switch. The big question is... What is that weird sound? And... Oh, that looks nice. And what does... the switch do? Stone tablet.
I can't read that.
That's too bad. Okay, nothing more interesting here. That's too bad. I'm sometimes, I have to say not sometimes, I'm actually sorry, sometimes I really... There's another switch. I'm looking around too heavily sometimes. Please excuse that. Because what I want to say, I'm confused. We are going to take a look in another corner of the farm. Is there a switch on every side of Stonehenge? Okay. No. Then we'll go on. On the other side of the farm, behind the merchant, there should still be something to loot and some bees or flies to kill. After that I go. I am sorry for that. So there's a third. Thank you for saying. Then I am sorry that it's gonna cost time, but this is how I actually am. Then I'm going to back. I thought there would be some more to do, but if you now confirm there's definitely a third one, then I'm going to take another look, and then maybe something cool happens. Or we just get killed by something weird. I see it. Okay, that was easy. By something weird teleported in? Didn't it say diary note updated? I'm gonna need to take a look at the... Okay, inventory, quest log. Actually wanted to take a look at the diary. N. Okay, failed. The portal. Completed, failed, general information, trade, and Corines learning in the outer worlds. Okay. Might it be that the switches need to be switched in... What do you mean, the diary entries, Kadesh? But that's the thing, I... What is the portal? Ah! Oh, sorry. I was thinking differently there. The portal is... Okay, I activated the mechanism of the stern circle near Lobart's farm. There was a tremor, but nothing else happened. Okay. Okay, then the diary is... Other quests. Okay. But the quest entry didn't really help us out there. That's too bad. But maybe at a different day and time we are going to find out what that is all about. What we can still do is actually... I guess not. You just started the quest. Have patience. Yes. I'm patient then. Ah, bloody hell, we can't jump. There should be, on the other side of the street, of the road, there should still be some experience flying around, or lying around. You can go to the city now and decide if you want to help Greg or not. Yep. First of all, Kadesh, I will do that in, I hope at least. There are still English is bad. There are still some wolves and I'm aiming for the experience points. I am so sorry for that. But that is the weird little me. And after that we directly go to the city. That's very good. Every critter, every animal, every enemy needs to die. You need all the XP. Yep. Yep, yep. And especially, I think at the beginning, right? It is even, so to say, more important than later? I don't know. It's just a thing you should, or you could do. Okay. There are some goblins. sad that I didn't... Well, I have to say I'm now... It took a little while, but I'm now actually slowly getting really, not really, used to the combat system and everything. At least I feel more confident. Sadly enough that I was not in the beginning and we had some problems there with the goblins, but this is now better. Mana bonus, hit points 10, let's actually eat that one. And there's another nasty ass goblin. Your fighting style still looks weird. It will definitely look weird all the time. But I don't remember moving that much. I was fighting, but you seem to getting the hang of it. Let me actually go, since we are now talking about fighting. I can only punch when I press W, right? W is moving forward. So I'm always moving when fighting. Okay, S is blocking, that I did not know. That's not right. Then that might be the reason why it looks so weird. Draw weapon. Space, drawing reaction, left control, mouse left. Also you can do hitting moves with A and... Okay, that is something I slowly, progressively, completely get used to in in the next couple of streams. The thing is, we are playing through this game from beginning to end, obviously. No. I'm holding left mouse button pressed. I'm pressing click and the key at the same time. But I can see if I press move at first, it actually is longer. Yeah, practice. Practice or practice will be fine. We just skipped the dying part, right? These are tough. Ah. But if I hit... But this is then every time a separate... Okay. Then we first of all go to the city. But if I don't hold W, Kadesh, it's... We will get some help with them. Then it's only one punch. Or one swing. Or it's one swing. Do not hold W, okay. Then it's one swing and he just stops doing nothing else anymore. Okay, I was confused there in the beginning then. That's the way you're getting it. Well, I hope. David, yeah, first of all, welcome. Gothic is a game for Teletubbies. Luckily, they were not part of my childhood. Okay, and I think he's gone again. I don't know why some people go in chat, troll, and get out of it. I don't get it. Well, anyways. Okay, I think I slowly understand. Okay. We will actually go have a nap. It's getting quite dark there. And then we go into the city. Have I decided on Greg? No, because he seems so bloody shady. We are going to talk to him. Can I just sleep here actually? We are going to... Yes, it is. The title is not updated because I didn't think it through when I started. It's the first time playing this game, so forgive me. The title yep, no spoilers, and I'm not have not decided on Greg. Okay, if I think it through, we have the clothes, which we obviously could give to Greg.
About the city guards.
Yes, got an idea.
I mean, he... I'm sorry, I'm back. First of all, you have a nice looking tattoo, Kadesh, and you're totally right, it looks definitely better now. Nice one. So I guess that was then a longer session.
I'll have to think about it first.
All right, but hurry up about it. I've got no time.
I personally would, would just leave Greg for now here. And skip this part, so to say. We can still go back to him at a later stage. I think.
How? Are you one of the hands on Lobart's farm? I never seen you here.
I haven't been with Lobart for long.
What you want in the city?
About the city guards. They should let you pass if you're wearing these farmers' clothes.
That's just what I need. Man, I knew I could count on you. Nobody will bother me disguised as a local yokel. Excellent. You did really well. Here's your promised reward.
What? 50 measly gold coins? You can't be serious.
Gold isn't everything, my friend. Take them for now. I have the feeling that we'll be seeing one another soon. And who knows, maybe I'll return the favor. Look after yourself.
Okay. Whether that was worth it or not, or whether that is gonna kick us in the butt, we will find out later. Okay. The suggestion with multiple save games is alright. I understand that. And that's actually a good hint on that the game can crash while saving and probably corrupt the save game, right? That would be not very cool. In the end, this guy didn't look so shady anymore.
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
We got enough.
I've got a pass.
Really? And who you kill for that, you cutthroat?
Now, will you let me pass or not?
Well, go on in before I change my mind.
And the guy with looking like a, well, not looking like a pirate, but...
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar, paladin of the king and humble servant of Innos, your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
I agree with you completely.
I have an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone.
That's all just gossip.
Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
I agree with you completely.
It was just like you said.
Yeah, I turned them in story games off during dialogue, actually. Gives me a little time to drink something and disable the microphone for a few seconds. Sorry if that's a little bit confusing.
I never knew that.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons, I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
I knew that would be a problem.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego. I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
Didn't deserve that.
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The Sacred Eye of Innos? How do you know about that? You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But...
I don't want to hear any more about it. First you start with fairy tales about dragons, and then this. Incredible.
I knew that would be a problem.
The townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences. Small wonder that the town's inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now. So don't provoke them when you're in town, understood?
But no, he insisted he knew better.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarter, along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only to honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the Paladins. Only the Paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
It was just like you said.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here in Corinthus. If you were thinking about looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it. The scum of the city live there. Don't even go there. You would regret it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a citizen of this town. You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in. The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to
I
you.
agree with you completely.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more, speak to Lord Andre in the barracks.
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
What? You aren't even a member of the militia. You're not even a citizen. How can you even think of being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin? Only a few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary deeds, have been granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin, you have a long road ahead of you, my boy.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Where can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
So why won't they listen to me?
Where can I spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
Listen to me.
I've got to go.
If I hear one more time that you are telling people here about dragons, you will be in big trouble. Do I make myself clear?
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Well, thank you for spoiling. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Why ever people do that? Okay, we are not going to talk to this one because of the bloody favor he would like to offer us.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
I really didn't deserve that.
That was obvious all along.
Hey, you! What's new?
Everyone has been worried lately. It's not enough that the paladins have made themselves at home here. Now people are constantly disappearing in the strangest fashion. It's about time the militia finally did something about it.
What interesting things are there to see here?
The big ship that the paladins came in is in the harbor. It's an enormous boat. You have to take a look at it. But I can't imagine that they'll let you on board. The paladins guard the ship like the crown jewels. No wonder. It's the only seaworthy vessel anchored anywhere, far and wide.
What interesting things are there to see here?
The big ship that the paladins came in is in the harbor. It's an enormous boat. You have to take a look at it. But I can't imagine that they'll let you on board. The paladins guard the ship like the crown jewels. No wonder. It's the only seaworthy vessel anchored anywhere, far and wide.
I want to become a citizen of this town.
And why are you telling me that? Go to one of the master craftsmen in the lower part of the city. Maybe if you're lucky, one of them is looking for an apprentice. Otherwise, you'll have to go to the governor and have yourself registered as a citizen. But right now, you can forget that. The governor isn't in charge anymore since the paladins came. And their leader, Lord Hagen, is guaranteed not to have time for things like that.
Okay, that is fair enough, and obviously... Oh, I'm sorry, we can't get up here. And me is gonna need to take a look at the current quests. Many citizens of Corinus are missing. Nobody seems to know what became of them. Okay, you can get past the city guards with those. I took a message that was supposed to deliver to the water mage Vatras from a bandit. No, it is my task. Okay, the ring of water. Okay. So, we are going to have a little stroll through town then.
Do you really believe that?
Didn't he say something about Diego? Isn't that some sort of character which is going to get important later on? Or wasn't it a friend?
Don't tell me that.
At one point?
That's not what I heard.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
Anything to himself. I don't believe that.
Ah, so this is the harbor watering hole.
Diego's a
And
friend
there I
from
was,
Gothic
taking
1.
it for
Okay.
the governor's palace.
Hey, cut out the bad jokes, runt. Otherwise you'll be chewing the cobblestone.
Tell me that. That's what I've always said. If I hadn't seen it,
But I don't want to go to the tavern.
You know, sooner or later, everyone wants to go into the tavern.
and it's gonna get
So you can
worse.
pay right now. Then you'll have it over with.
Don't tell this to him. I haven't seen it with my own eyes. You don't say.
Are you trying to make trouble for me?
Should have saved.
Sure, I'm a master at making trouble. So defend yourself, runt.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. Tell me.
Ah, a fight. Not bad.
No, you will be beaten up by Mo. Yep.
Gold. Okay, that's mine for starters.
The thing is, I saved wrongly. I saved directly at the beginning of the combat. That's uncool. Let's give it another try. Okay, I could try to escape. Okay, I'll try that. Because he's basically one-hitting us. Or he can one-hit us.
Really?
Ah, a fight! Things like that.
If the camera were alone... Okay, no.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
The focusing of the camera is a little bit annoying. Still.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
So hopefully we have lost aggro there.
I'd have gone about it differently.
And I don't know. I have no clue what I'm doing right now. Where?
No, he insisted he knew better.
He yelled, so he's done chasing you. Okay. Thank you, Kaddish. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk to this dude again. For now, at least. What I wanted to do, what I had in mind...
So I've got you after all.
I'm such a noob. So... he will take on side. Okay. We take another way. Oh, buttocks.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
We need to take a look around anyways, so... So does that mean I can never ever go into the tavern there?
Shall you walk upon my land, for it is sacred, and so shall it be. Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Yes, but it's been opened. I hope it didn't fall into the wrong hands.
Whoopsie daisies.
Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point, whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
Terrible things are bound to happen soon.
Terrible things, hmm? How do you know this?
Zardos, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer? So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
This is actually quite funny. I don't know, as I said, I've played Gothic 2, I have not played Gothic 1, so it's actually quite funny to just randomly select an answer and not knowing whether we are really lying or whether that's actually true to the background story. Well,
I'm an adventurer from down south.
Good. Let us summarize. You are an adventurer from down south, who has been told by Zardos, the necromancer, that terrible things are going to happen. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. I think there's something you're not telling me. If you're worried I might pass on what you tell me, then let me reassure you. I have sworn to keep all secrets I am entrusted with to myself.
And what about all the people here?
They only understand half of what I preach to them, so don't fret. Let's start over at the beginning. What's that message?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Zardos, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
I know this man as a wise and mighty master of magic. And where do you come from?
okay, I go then with former convict.
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardos, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
When you will be stronger, you can try to beat him up. Okay, we will, if I will remember that in one of the next streams, we'll see.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks,
He must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
Okay, what I've heard so far in the beginning, that we destroyed the sleeper, although I don't know. Oh, sadly, the next stream I can watch is next Wednesday. Oh, that's too bad, Kadesh, because I'm out of town for the weekend. First of all, I wish you a wonderful time. Enjoy it, and you will be missed very, very hardly by me. With all your help, actually.
I have vanquished the sleeper. Isn't that a great enough deed?
My ears hear many a tale these days, including the story about the banning of the beast called the Sleeper. I have not heard that this was achieved by a single man, although your eyes tell me that you are convinced you did this. That confuses me slightly, but I cannot be sure that my senses might not deceive me sometimes.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
yes?
You should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The Ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
What community should I join?
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These are the City Militia, the Monastery of the Fire Magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the Landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
I shall do that. About those missing people.
Yes?
Where should I start looking for them?
Most of those people disappeared down by the harbor. That's probably where you should start your search.
Let me tell you what I know.
What have you found out?
Nothing important so far.
Okay. Obviously. So, we can join community, so to say.
Wait. If you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
And then we are going to find the Laris guy. Although I assume that we only can join one community, if they have been called community.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land.
The thing is, what hopefully we are going to find that out if we find Laris. What the differences in the communities we join are, and if we can join any of them. Not any, but I guess we can't join a couple of them. That's the bad part.
That's what I've always said.
And there is Greg.
Go away, don't tell me that.
One more thing.
I won't tell
Listen,
you.
kid. I've got important things to do right now.
That's what I've
We'll
always
talk
said.
again later, got it?
He can't keep
Got
it
it.
to himself. He'd better shut up.
We can only join one. And I suppose once we have joined them, we cannot leave and join another one. And joining one community will have consequences when we encounter other ones, I guess. So probably a decision which you should take wisely.
What can I do for you? Are you seeking spiritual comfort? Do you want to direct a prayer to our Lord Enos, or donate some gold for his church?
Someone's gonna do the work.
I need to talk to the paladins. Can you help me get to them?
Well, you need access to the upper end of town. However, this is allowed only to citizens and the city guard. And of course, to us, magicians of fire.
How can I become a fire magician?
You must join our order as a novice. When you have served for a time, perhaps you will be accepted into the ranks of the magicians. However, the path to acceptance is long and full of work and study.
And it's going to get even worse.
Tell me more about the monastery.
We instruct our students in all forms of magic, but the arts of the magicians of fire consist of more than these alone. We are also well versed in the art of alchemy and in the creation of powerful runes. We also make excellent wine.
Everybody knows by now. I witnessed it myself. Who said it's gonna get even worse? Don't tell this terrible.
Kentha is sitting on the bench to the left.
Go away, don't tell me anything to himself.
Good closely asked for the favor. So, okay, I thought he was at the, not beginning, at the start of the town. So I'm not going to go past him. Since we agreed on not trying to ignore him.
What do you want here? Go.
Yes, if you would.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Okay, going in houses. Is not good. Lesson learned. Or I guess in certain houses you should not get into. You almost screwed up there, yes, and that was the moment when I realized, bloody hell, I should have saved on a few minutes ago. Okay, there's the favor guy. Okay, we need to take an important message to Lord Hagen. I'm just actually looking for the name of the guy. We need to talk to... Because through the paladins we won't get through until we will have joined Alaris. Okay, Alaris. I had the hope that in one of the logs it would have said he is sitting around at the harbor, or the harbor, at the harbor, for example.
Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden. Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
Okay, I'm sorry. What we can do in the last remaining minutes of today's stream, we will carefully go to the harbor. If I'm able to find a safe way around Mo. What faction do you think of joining? Kadesh, this is the hard thing for me, since I can only guess what is going to happen if I join one. If I join the fire mages, I'm just assuming that I can use, for example, the fireball, right? If I join the militia, I assume I'm not going to learn that. So I'm still need to find out. I'm not certain. I can't tell. I could use the scroll. So this is what I don't understand. What difference it makes to join one of the factions. Do I need to join one? Being a magician helps you cast magic without scrolls.
By the explicit order of the
And I guess if you join the militia, you are better in, obviously, in close combat.
From this moment onward, Lord Andre will take the supreme command of our militia. All the citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join the royal militia.
What are you doing here?
This is my home. But if you mean, what do I do all day? I arrange fights.
Then, this is a very, very tough question, Kadesh. I mean, I played this game now for 2 hours and 53 minutes. Okay, if you say the magician path is the most interesting in your opinion, I guess it comes together with a think long and hard about it. That I will do. It comes, I guess, together with a storyline, I assume. I want to say, at the current point, I think I would go in the direction of close combat. But maybe that is going to change. If I get a little bit more used to, for example, the bow. If I can compare the bow to the process.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
We found him. The process of becoming a mage is really fun. Okay. Am I mistaken? We talked to the fire mage. I guess there are certain different elements.
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines
if you want to play hand,
together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
This is, if you want to go play hand-to-hand combat, I recommend the militia. The thing is, is it a good thing to go in to develop the character in a way that if I go a mage, I can still do close combat, right? That's not what I heard. Or if I can then only do magic. If I can still shoot a fireball and do still close combat, then I would go into that direction. Because it could be a combination then, which should be nice if that is working out.
You've been through a lot, huh? Lee was leader of the mercenaries in the new camp. I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
Oh boy, then, Kadesh, this is a very, very hard decision for me. I hope I don't have to do that decision too soon.
Vatras sent me. He told me to
Or
come
do we
to
have
you
to do it
when I
very,
needed
very
help.
soon? That would
So
be
you've already
not
been
good.
to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
I can take the ornament there for you.
I think I'd better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
Can postpone joining a faction, but at some point you need to do it.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I can't talk about that. Vatras would have my head.
I need your help.
And what exactly were you thinking of?
You can use some of the scrolls and check out the magic element in the game. See if you enjoy it. Yep, it's actually... Thank you for the tip. That is something I should do.
What about some better armor?
Out of town, I guess.
Mateo sells armor, but he'll probably charge
That's a
you an
good
arm
point.
and a leg for it. There is a way you could get it cheaper, though, if you don't mind pulling a fast one on the militia.
What do you mean?
There's a storage area next to Mateo's house, but all the merchandise has been confiscated by the militia. Go to Zurus at the marketplace and get yourself a sleeping spell. Then you send the guards off to Dreamland. I'm sure you'll find some decent armor among Mateo's stock.
That's a little bit too shady.
About those missing people. Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinus. One day, he simply didn't return. At first, we thought that one of those sea monsters out there had eaten him in his boat for breakfast. But not too long afterwards, other people started disappearing from the town and the surroundings. Pretty random events, though. Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it looks, we'll just have to wait until we finally stumble across a clue.
Isn't this a case for the militia?
The militia is pretty useless if you ask me. They're never going to clear this up. The missing people have just vanished into thin air.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Lee. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
Okay, that would be the decision, which we not going to take right now.
I'll have to think about it. So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
All right. And that brings us for now to the end of today's stream. we will go on here on Friday. Same time, same length, same fun. I had a blast. I'm quite surprised. It was quite a trip. Got used to the game. Hopefully, I'm going to get more used to Gothic 2 on Friday. All of you, I'm surprised today. Actually, I hope you don't progress too much during the weekend. This is really fun. Well, Kadesh, 6 hours. There will be some small progress, I hope, if I'm not going to get stuck, which might happen. Kadesh, thank you for helping out, of course. David, you too. You, Kadesh, I'm gonna see next Wednesday. The other guys, which might turn in on Friday, same time. Thank you very much for watching. Really, really means the world to me. And Kadesh, if Meek joins you, have a wonderful weekend together. And in case of trouble, I'm a Twitter DM away. Okay, thank you, Kadesh. Thank you. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the support. Okay, now I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.